Hello again everyone, Age of June here, and we're back in another League of Legends Shoutcast. I was going to go ahead and cast a Cloud9 Challenger team versus CLG Challenger team, which was really exciting sounding. But for whatever reason, op.gg does not work for me for replays anymore, so that is off the table. Yeah, LoL King's replay system did not actually have that game in it, which really sucks. But I went ahead and just checked out the top replays for the moment, just most recent, I guess, is what it is. Just limited it to Masters and above, and went ahead and cast this game. I still not really having many recommendations at the moment. Please, again, if you do have any recommendations, please feel free to give them to me, and I'll definitely do what I can to cast those games. But for right now, I'm just kind of doing whatever. Found me a game here, and gonna go ahead and cast that. Still, like I said, not what I was hoping to cast, but unfortunately, op.gg is just not working anymore for me. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it's blocked for me or something, because a lot of other people say it still works for them. So, it's really strange. This guy is not here yet. Hopefully he gets here soon. The replay thing does show him with items and levels, so he definitely will be back. Question is how far into it. Don't know, but we'll see. So, in the top lane, we are going to have, oh man, Dyrus on Hecarim. I didn't really even look much at the actual who's in the game. Just went ahead and did this one. It wasn't too long, wasn't too short. Let's go for it. Yeah, Dyrus has apparently been playing the crap out of Hecarim. He has tweeted and, screenshots of his past history. It's like 15 games in a row of top Hecarim. Apparently, he is really enjoying that. So this particular game, he is going to be against Lissandra, played by Hoagie. Would be my guess as to how that's pronounced. Could be Hoagie, but probably Hoagie. In the mid lane, we have Abu222 playing as Zed, SKT Zed skin indeed, versus Vladimir, played by GV Keen. I have not seen Vlad much at all in a long time. I could definitely see how it would work, though, because, I mean, if Zed decides to go in on you, you troll pool. And, I mean, yeah, he's going to get his death mark on you, but other than that, he's not going to get that much damage, so when the death mark pops, it's not going to really hurt that much, and that right there is really confusing. We'll check that out in a moment. First, though, we do have Wild Turtle down here in the bot lane, playing as the Graves. Got a flash going out there. He is going to be against the Callista here, played by Hoofspark. I doubt that has anything to do with Hoodstomp. Let's never know. Ooh, Dark Binding lands. We may see a death already, and in fact, we do. First blood goes to Wild Turtle. Heal comes out. Callista is going to answer there with a kill onto the Morgana. Now Wild Turtle and Hoofspark are duking it out here. And it looks like Hoofspark came a little bit behind there. Wild Turtle really wanted to go for this. You gotta watch out though, because if he's not careful, he's gonna end up tanking those minions, and he'll end up going out behind in this trade. So the supports, we do have Nami, played by Hoozy. Ouch. And then she's going to be against the Morgana here, played by Ice. Oh, Dyrus getting ganked. Thank you for that. Nidalee going in, Dyrus goes down. And that right there is actually what I wanted to really look at. I didn't even notice this, but we've got Catsexual playing as Nidalee. Nidalee jungle. So, okay, so we've got another bit of an unconventional jungle here. I didn't actually even look for it this time, but, you know what? Let's go for it. We'll do this thing. And she's going to be against a non-unconventional jungle. We've got Jarvan here, played by Porpoise Deluxe. I'm pretty sure we've seen him on the channel before. Looks like Hoofspark's going to go ahead and head back. They don't know Wild Turtle's still here, so Wild Turtle could shove this really quickly into the tower and make Hoofspark miss a decent amount of CS. It doesn't look like he's doing that, though. It looks like he's going to go ahead and just slowly CS this, which is actually somewhat unfortunate because, oh, never mind, it's going to get there in time. So yeah, Callista is definitely going to miss that entire wave. On the other hand, though, Wild Turtle is going to have to go back. So, I mean, he's going to end up missing some as well. But with the way they're shoving this, it's going to be pressed towards their tower. Callista doesn't have nearly enough wave clear this early in the game to go ahead and shove it into their tower. Oh, that's what he waited for. He was waiting for the big minion. Now he'll head back. So yeah, they definitely won't be able to shove this into there, and hopefully for Wild Turtle, Callista's going to end up missing some of the CS as well to the tower. Though that is unlikely. At this level, you rarely see that happen. I mean, we did see Wild Turtle miss like 1 or 2 CS there, but it's not really that much. Morgana taking the option to roam here. That's probably something I should consider doing. When my ADC goes back and I don't need to, roam. Oh, Dark Binding lands. Nidalee coming in, though. Keen is forced to back off. Ice comes in. Flash comes out from the Vladimir. He is going to be able to get out of this. Nidalee trying to do some damage to Ice. Not really doing too much, though. And we do actually have Jarvan here as well. Really helping to shove back that Zed. Zed actually came out of that a little behind, but nothing terrible there. Teleport coming in from Sander. Coming back up top. Going to be going against Dyrus, of course. Both of them have already used their teleport. So, I mean, nobody's going to be teleporting anytime soon. However, Dyrus used his quite a bit before the Lissandra did. So he's going to be able to teleport down there to Dragon if he wants to. You don't actually see that very much. But if they need to, he probably can. And we may see a fight caused by that pretty soon. But we'll have to see what ends up happening there. That was a good gank there by the Jarvan. Getting off that smite to go ahead and slow him down, just to make sure they can do as much damage as possible to finish him off. And that is a kill there for Vladimir, which is good news. Down here in the bot lane, it looks like Wild Turtle and the Morgana are yet again shoving this forward, but Wild Turtle's taking a lot of damage. And with a Morgana on his team, he doesn't really have a ton of sustain. So Nami's able to heal up a lot of the damage that they do to her, to the Callista and the Nami, but Wild Turtle Morgana, they're not able to do that. So they're being forced back again. One thing about Graves is that he does have a ton of burst. So, I mean, later on, he's going to be able to instantly burst down somebody if he wants to. However, for now, that is not the case. It's not going to end up happening. And he's forced to go ahead and back off. You cannot win a sustain war when you are as Graves. You're not, well, you can if you've got a sustain support. But when you've got Morgana on your team, you're not going to win the sustain war. And that's exactly what we're seeing there. Had an invade there from the Nidalee. Didn't really end up doing too much. Forced the Jarvan to run away. But overall, not really a huge effect there. He was planning on going back to the looks of it anyway. It looks like he wanted to get the wolves there. Decided against it though, thanks to the presence of Nidalee. And went ahead and backed off. We do have a roam here from the Nami though. Nidalee possibly on her way up too? No. Nami's going to go ahead and head back. Nidalee is not going to go for this. Vladimir not quite pushed up enough. And these guys just kind of chilling down here. Letting the minions shove forward. And actually the reason for that is because of the fact that they have been so pushed. They don't want to push it to the tower because then the wave is out here where Callista and Nami are super safe. They want it to be over here so they can burst down and if they want to chase the enemy down. Ooh. Not going to get hit by Dark Binding. Going to be able to get out of that. It's pretty. That's probably Championship Morgana. Probably. I don't know. But that would be my guess there. But yeah, they're trying to lure these guys out so it's a much more dangerous position for the blue team to be in. But it's not going to happen now. The minion wave is pushing way too hard this way. So you immediately see them switch from let's lock the lane, freeze the lane, to let's shove the lane into the tower and hopefully make the tower eat some of the CS. Not really having too much, but hopefully for them it'll happen at least a little bit. Now they're going to go ahead and back off, possibly let this shove out. On the other hand, though, I mean, the wave's going to continue shoving this way because these minions are actually damaged because of the other minion wave at the tower. But a little bit of damage coming out there. Out goes the little ability there from Callista, getting some vision of their jungle. But doesn't really matter anyway. Look how Sandra going in onto Dyrus. Nice. I believe that was a flash there. Now she just jumped in with her ult. And he's going to end up going down as well. Down goes the Jarvan, thanks to the Nidalee presence. Had it not been for Nidalee, Lissandra probably would have died there. But it did not end up happening. Wild Turtle getting low again as well. Nidalee headed on down here to the mid lane saying, hey, I'm on my way for the gank, but Vladimir's not here. Vladimir took off. Oh, man. Apparently they continued going in on this. It looked like they were disengaging, but it looks like they decided to continue going for the kill onto Wild Turtle here. He was really low. Nice Dark Binding, but that actually baited Wild Turtle into going for this. Out comes the heal, but it's not going to be enough. Hoof Spark taking some damage from the tower. Not really going to matter too much, though. Oh, Hecarim came in for the kill, though. Nice teleport from Dyrus. That is a double kill for Dyrus. Not bad at all. Teleported in on this ward here. Came up from behind. Finished off both of those enemy bot laners. And looks like he's going to just go ahead and shove this into the tower, make them miss that CS, get the CS himself, and then head right on back. Like I said, that teleport was what I predicted earlier. Dyrus was going to have the teleport slightly sooner. I don't think Lysandra quite had her teleport. Hers is up now, so she could return the favor, especially since this ward is actually in this bush. Not for much longer, though. Don't think it'll last until the time comes for her to teleport. But we do have another gank coming in again from Nidalee. Going in, out comes that Chilling Smite, but a lot of damage goes in there on Nidalee. She's forced to flash out. Zed goes in onto the Vladimir. Oh, the bubble, but he dodged it. In comes Morgana, lands the Dark Binding on Zed. Out comes her ulti as well. He's going to try to get out. He's going to go down, though. Vlad goes back in, as does Jarvan. Nami's now taking a big hits as well. Vlad goes in, gets the kill on Nami, and that is 2 for 1. Nidalee forced to back off. Dyrus coming around from behind. He may end up going for this. He is going to go for this. Out comes his ulti. Fears her. She's trying to run into the tower. Gonna be able to get out of this. Lysandra comes in. Lands her ulti there. Jarvan jumps out, though. Ults herself, actually. And Dyrus is now trying his best to escape. Looks... Oh. Goes down to the auto attack. Dark Binding lands onto Lysandra, freezing her in place. Morgana's trying her best to get out of this. Jarvan goes in, and he goes down, but he finishes off the Lysandra before he does. So, a lot of back and forth fights there. Ends up, I am not really all that certain where it came out. I think it came out in the red team's favor, but it was such a long battle that people have already rezzed, so I'm not 100% certain on that. Not certain at all. But yeah, anyway, so we are back here. Dyrus is on his way back up top. He is now 2-3-0 against a 1-1-4 Lysandra. He actually might have slightly more gold than she does. No, he's still behind thanks to the CS advantage she has. But he's doing his best to close that now, and she is still way the heck down here. We do see the red team apparently making moves on Dragon as well. Graves is on his way down to defend this tower. But Morgana and Jarvan are both going for the Dragon here. The little critter did not catch them, so they may actually be able to land this. They are going for it. They're going to try their best. Lysandra, oh, out comes the Nami ulti. Nice. Black shield there from Morgana. Dark Binding lands on Nidalee. Bubble lands on Morgana. Morgana actually going to get out of this thanks to slightly misplaced. I actually want to go back and see exactly. I want to show exactly what happened there. So we see Morgana getting really low. This right here. She auto-attacked and jumped this way. Auto-attack did not finish Morgana off, and because of Kallista's mechanics, she was then not in range to auto-attack again. Jarvan re-engaged, but Lysandra was able to finish off Hecarim top, but we'll go that in a moment. But Graves was able to finish off Nami, and then Kallista was able to finish off the Jarvan. Vladimir going for this, trying to finish her off. Down she goes, but Vladimir goes down too. Wild Turtle now chasing down the Nidalee. Nice dodge there. They're going to turn around and go for this tower. This tower is definitely gone. Now I want to see what exactly happened to Dyrus. Just got engaged on. Got hit pretty hard there. Yeah, that was really unfortunate there by the Kallista. Really a slight misplay of her mechanics there. But, I mean, it really worked out in Morgana's favor. She ended up surviving this all the way through the death of this tower. Shut down. And that is shutdown gold for Vlad. That is terrible news for her. She looks like Nidalee wanting to possibly do something to this. It's not going to end up happening, though. Going to be forced to back off. And Wild Turtle just going to continue shoving this. He needs to watch out, though. Oh, that was close. Put up the black shield on the off chance she did get hit, but it did not end up happening anyway. Nidalee still wanting to go for this nice dodge by Wild Turtle. You're not hitting me. Zed, in the meantime, shoving in on this tower. Not going to be able to finish it off, though. Forced off by the Jarvan. But he did do a lot of damage to it. On the other hand, though, Vlad is coming back to lane 2-1-2, which means he's going to be a lot more dangerous to the Zed, as Zed is still, he's actually 10 CS behind and multiple kills, 2 kills 2 assists. That is a ton of gold right there. Pretty close, pretty close. In the meantime, Hecarim again, Dyrus just shoving this lane forward, trying to make Lissandra miss out on some CS. She's going to miss out on a couple, but not really much, because this is going to tank up a lot of the tower shots there. Now we see Dyrus roaming, and that's where we've seen him really be super effective recently. He's gotten quite a few kills just by roaming. Doesn't need to stick top versus Lissandra. He can go up there if he needs to, but he can come around for these ganks, and that's exactly what he's doing. Gets kills and goes for it. Down goes the Zed pretty quickly. Out goes that ultimate, and yeah, he does end up going down to Vladimir. Dyrus taking up the tower though, ends up going down, and Vlad's getting low. He's gonna go down thanks to that Lissandra ult. Sorry, Kalista ult. Morgana the only survivor, so it ended up turning out pretty poorly for them. Jarvan is hanging around, but there's only 2 of them. In the meantime, Lissandra shoving up that top lane, got that tower, continuing on to the second tower. Graves is now forced to run. Nidalee jumping for him. Nice dodge though. Wild Turtle trying to escape. That's not going to end up happening. He goes down. And that was actually really bad there for the red team. In comes Dyrus though, going straight for Kalista. Does not end up doing. Oh, the Dark Binding lands. In goes Morgana. Nidalee is gone. Shutdown gold though goes to Jarvan. And they're not even worrying about Lissandra. They're like, yeah, whatever, take our tower. We're going for Dragon. And that's exactly what they're doing here. They did just take down the enemy jungler, so they know she's not going to be able to contest it. They're going to be getting that Dragon. But they lost an inner tower for it. We do have a teleport coming in from Lissandra, wanting to go for this. She got hit by the ulti from Vlad, though, which means she's not going to be able to do a thing about it. She is way too low. In they go. Dyrus gets stunned in place. Bubble hits onto him as well. Unfortunately, Jarvan decided not to stick around, so Dyrus ends up going down. Had Jarvan stuck around, that engage might not have ended up happening, but with Jarvan gone, there was no reason for them not to engage on that, and Dyrus ends up going down, which probably has him slightly salty, as he does not like such silliness. He does not like it at all, and I don't blame him. It always sucks when your teammates just ditch you like that, and you're like, why? Why would you do that to me? Oh, Dark Binding land. He's gonna get her some free gold there. And Graves got that mid tower. In the meantime, Vladimir shoving this top tower. He should be able to, maybe not. Lissandra's on her way. Careful, guys. Yeah, he looks like he's gonna be able to get it, though. He does indeed. Will he be able to survive it, though? Lissandra forced to go ahead and fall back a little bit there. Looks like he will survive this. Nidalee possibly wanted to come for a gank. I can't see it happening. She's gonna jump over this wall and go for it, actually. He's doing his best to fall back. Never mind, she's changed her mind. And we do actually have Morgana and Wild Turtle on their way up. Ice and Wild Turtle. Nope, no word there for you. I hate that. I hate when that happens. Why? I like this by Jarvan. Dodging around the ghost thing so they don't know he's there. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter because they're not even close. But had they been there, that would have been an excellent play because they thought they were completely safe. But, well, I mean, I guess they are because they're way the heck up here. But, that's what happened. Lissandra came in there, and Wild Turtle didn't stand a chance. Morgana now trying to escape. We do have a gank coming in down bottom as well. We'll come up here in a moment again. And Kalista's getting engaged on. Jarvan forced to run away, but that Zed ulti, and yeah. Unsurprisingly, Morgana goes down. Not going to worry about that. Dyrus now trying his best to escape this. Should be able to, but at the same time, maybe not. Out comes that slowing thing. Nice bubble from Nami means Dyrus probably not going to escape anymore. Yeah, he's going to end up going down. Very nice bubble. Wow. Yeah, very nice bubble, though, from Nami. Placing that exactly where he would land off of his ult. And that really secured them the kill. You gotta watch out, man. Out goes his ult. He is going for this, but that's really silly considering where everybody just was. And he ends up going down for it. Got a little cocky there, but you know your teammate just died there. You never want to engage when that happens. And unfortunately, that's exactly what he did. And ended up paying the price for it, unsurprisingly indeed. No, man, you don't want to go for this. Puts down the ward. Ha! For a second there, I thought they were actually going to let that stand. They didn't. But I thought they were going to. Baron coming up pretty soon, as you can see there. And watch out. Goes ahead, throws down the Tormented Soil there. Gets a little damage on his head. A little more damage and some... Oh, she's going hard. Out comes her ulti there. Lands the stun. Puts down the Tormented Soil as well. She got a flash out of him. But her teammates were not quite close enough when she went in to... Not quite close enough to go ahead and finish him off there, although he was really close. That was so close. I think she thought she had just enough damage to finish him off. Honestly, had an oven flash. I think he still would have survived, though. I think he still would have survived, but she didn't think so. Another Dark Binding lands. Lysandra goes in, ults herself, and she gets popped up. Lots of damage coming out from Wild Turtle. Nami ult comes in. Oh, the Wild Turtle ult. Enough to go ahead and secure that so that Jarvan can finish it off. But the rest of the blue team comes in, helps clean up Jarvan. Vladimir, again, rushing into 3. Hecarim is hanging around here, possibly going to help. Out comes that Zhonya's. I don't think that's going to help him, though. Gets popped up there. Dyrus and Wild Turtle getting engaged on. Thanks to Wild Turtle, Zed not going to be able to do this. Unfortunately, that Ignite from Zed was still enough to finish off Wild Turtle. And Dyrus is probably just about to die, too. Rest in peace, Dyrus. Rest in peace. Decided to go ahead and back onto the tower. Not so safe. Not so safe when they have a Nidalee. Not ended up going well for him. Alright, so Morgana just doing her best to keep this shoved up. Getting a little free gold there again from Tormented Soil hitting her. But Zed gonna go ahead and shove this forward. Teleport coming in from Lysandra. Gonna go for Morgana. Yeah, going straight forward. Gets hit with a Dark Binding. Out comes her ulti though. Morgana flashes. Still ends up going down. And this tower's definitely gone. Just kidding. Not gone yet. Not gone yet. The rest of the red team is here. On the other hand, Vladimir does not have a wave clear at all. Not at all. So it's going to be hard for them to go ahead and keep this clear. And that's what we're seeing right now. A lot of damage coming into this tower. Out comes the Vlad ulti. Still wanted to go in for this. Does not get hit with a bubble, but still. Hecarim in the meantime did go ahead and take down Zed. We've got the engage there. Disengage from Nami. And then Callista to pull her to safety. So these guys are not going to be able to go for that. We'll see what exactly happened down here. Dyrus goes for it. And yeah, Zed. That really wasn't too much action there at all. And nicely done by Nami. Followed immediately after by the Callista. Very nice. Disengage with the wave. Oh man, watch out. You guys are low. You guys are low. In goes the Jarvan. They're going for it. Out comes the ulti from Jarvan. He goes down. But Wild Turtle and the Vlad are both hanging around. Dyrus going for Nidalee. Nidalee goes down. The Nami goes down as well. Dragon just spawned. They are going, though, for Lysandra, who just took a ton of damage. Out comes that blue ward. She's going to go ahead and jump over the wall. Gonna try to get to safety. I don't know if she's gonna quite manage it though. Vlad gonna try to get in range. She's taking that tower. She goes down. It was actually an execution, so nicely done there. Dyrus going for the dragon though. He's gonna be able to get this with actually no problems. Nobody from the blue team is around. That is the first dragon kill, actually second dragon kill of the game for these guys. Right. For some reason I thought the first dragon kill went to the blue team, but it did not. So while gold-wise, the red team's actually a decent amount behind, the dragon kill definitely comes close to evening up. It doesn't even it up, I believe. I think these stats are not quite enough. Definitely not that much. But it definitely helps. It definitely helps. And if they can keep this going, they actually may be able to come around from behind and just destroy this blue team later on. Because they're still getting those stacks. If they start getting more towers, I mean, they still have all the other towers down. If they start getting more towers, they're rapidly going to close that gold gap, and that's going to put them massively ahead. The question is, will they manage to do so? I don't know. Also, they are still 12 kills behind. That's definitely not ideal either. We'll see what ends up happening there. Dark Binding coming out in anticipation there of the Lysandra jumping to her little ice flows. Does not end up happening though. Which is a good idea on her part. There was a ward there. Sorry guys. Dyra's going for this. Going straight for her. She flashes out though. Ulti for a flash actually isn't too bad. Could have been better, but it wasn't too bad. And now the red team is forced to disengage. That chilling smite comes out. A lot of damage goes into Morgana because of it. Keen, again, out of position here. Out comes his ulti. He's trying to do as much damage. Zed's actually probably dead. He is indeed. He does manage to finish off the Nami as well. A very nice Zonya's there, and Dyrus is here to help disengage. So, actually a really good trade by these guys. Lissandra also went down to Morgana. So overall, that was a 3 for 0. That is exactly what this red team needed. They might be able to get a tower off of it as well. Wild Turtle is shoving this mid lane, but they are pinging this bot lane. Dyrus shoving Nidalee off again. Yeah, Dyrus now has his Trinity Force. Dyrus is exactly where he wants to be. They're going for this tower now. Dyrus is able to actually do a lot of damage, and that's what we're seeing here. Him and Vladimir. He and Vladimir are actually at the stage where they're really hurting this blue team. And yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. If they manage to go ahead and do what they're doing now, which is to start winning these team fights, start taking the towers off of it, they could easily close this gap, and they've gotten really close now. And at that stage in the game, they are way ahead because they've already got those 2 dragons. Ooh, support fight! Support fight! Yeah! Oh, and a Callista fight. That is less ideal. Run! Yeah, Morgana's probably dead. Thought it was a support fight. She thought it was a support fight too. She was like, oh yeah, this is going to be great. Not so much. Not so much. And that, of course, does give this blue team the opportunity to shove forward. Out comes Dyrus with his ult, but he gets ulted by Lissandra. Goes down. In goes the Vlad. Probably not in his best interest. He goes down. Jarvan goes in too, forced to flash over the wall. Zed follows him through with his ult. And Lissandra follows through as well. Out comes that Jarvan ult. Not really going to help all that much, though. This tower's going down. And yeah, that was definitely unfortunate there. The Morgana getting caught out there was really the catalyst for it, but I mean, there were still massively bad engages by the rest of the team as well. So you can't place the blame squarely onto Morgana, because really, the rest of the team should not have gone in when they did, because there was no way they were going to win a 4 versus 5. 3 versus 5, because Wild Turtle was top. Yeah, going in there was silly. But unfortunately, they did just that and really ended up paying the price for it, as that widened that gold lead back up to 3K. Dragon's not up for another 2 minutes. They're gonna try to get something off of this, but honestly, I kind of doubt they're gonna be able to. Dyrus, gotta watch out there for Callista. But on the other hand, she's really good at kiting. Even Hecarim, she's good at kiting because she does have that attack, jump, attack, jump, attack, jump. Able to get out of the air pretty nicely. Oh man, watch out. Zed, oh, Dyrus just gets destroyed there. And Zed goes in on Wild Turtle. Out comes that ultimate. Pops, and Lissandra coming in from behind. These guys are chasing over here. Lissandra's going for Wild Turtle though. And not gonna end up going. She's gonna go in instead. Down goes Morgana. Down goes Keen. Down goes the Jarvan. The only survivor here is Wild Turtle. Nidalee going for it. Nidalee going? Nope, not going to go for it. He's going to go ahead and back off. They're going for Baron. They are going for that Baron, and they're going to be able to get that Baron. There's nothing Wild Turtle can do to prevent it. He may, if he wants to, be able to shove towards that tower to get some tower damage. Instead, he's going to head mid. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, teleport coming in from Dyrus, gonna try to interrupt this. He goes in, does some damage, tries to ult out, just dies. And Zed getting really close though, does not end up going down, and this Baron is indeed going to die. Wait. Wild Turtle did come for that too. And unfortunately for him, Lissandra came up from behind and just destroyed him. I was wondering how exactly Wild Turtle died. That's how. He actually came to try to fight this off too. Didn't work out well for him. Not well at all. Alright, so we do have 3 members of the red team up versus the 5 of the blue team. And unfortunately for the red team, the blue team has shown they are not really willing to go ahead and throw the game all the way. They made a couple attempts at a throw, but nothing all the way. And now Dragon is back up, and now we see the blue team saying, hey, let's go get that. We've got the gold lead. Let's close that Dragon lead. And that's exactly what they are doing. They're on their way down. We do have the red team kind of on their way down, too. There is a ward here from Jarvan in that bush. But, oh man, Morgana getting caught out of position again, forced to run away. Nidalee going for her. In they go on Vladimir, actually. Lissandra gets... destroy him. Jarvan now getting pretty low. Lissandra forced to flash, but Nidalee was able to jump in and destroy Jarvan. Wild Turtle gets hit. Gonna dodge the Nami ulti there. But unfortunately, 2 members of their team are gone. In goes... just kidding, not gonna go in. Morgana, what you doing? Don't go in, you crazy people. What are you... Aw. In goes Zed. Wild Turtle jumps out. Still probably going to pop there. Nope. Doesn't pop. Does not pop. Got pretty close, but did not pop. But, yeah. I definitely question the decision to go in. But at the same time, they didn't die. I guess. There's that. They got pretty close. And they did actually get a couple ultis out of the enemy team. But honestly, they're really quick ultis anyway. So it's really not going to help them all that much. Down goes that dragon there. I find it hard to imagine a scenario in which case the red team can come back. I think by this point, blue team has secured enough of an advantage that that's not going to happen. But we'll see. Red team is sort of not really congregating here. Again, Keen engaging. 5 versus, at the time, 2. And he went in with his ulti, tried to burst him down. Now the counter engage is happening. And yeah, Jarvan goes down. A nice dark binding, but it's really not going to be enough. Dyrus goes down. Manages to take off Kalista with him. But unfortunately, Wild Turtle went down as well. Now Morgana's the only one left. I don't know why he would engage there when the rest of his team wasn't there. A Vladimir ult is a powerful thing. Nicely done. It's a powerful thing if your team's there. Because it buffs the damage that everyone does. When you go in alone, it's not going to go well. And it didn't. It did not. Not at all. Definitely a questionable decision on his part to go in there. And unfortunately, there's been a decent number of those this game. He's just wanted to go ahead and try bursting them down. But he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He doesn't have the damage to do it. And every time he does, all it does is get him killed. And unfortunately, that seems to be kind of what he's okay with. There we go. These guys doing a lot of damage to him. Is he going to go for this again? No. Good. Gets that Q. A lot of damage goes off on Dyrus. Watch out, Keen. Better watch out. These guys backs against the wall here. Blue team's going for this inhibitor turret. And I'm not completely sure that the red team can stop. Out comes that ulti there from Vladimir, engaged from Jarvan. Lissandra finishes off Morgana. Graves does get Lissandra, but unfortunately Jarvan goes down. Vladimir again wading into the middle of them. He's gonna go down. Dyrus goes for it a little bit. Zed goes for Wild Turtle. They actually managed to take him down. Unfortunately, that ulti was enough to go ahead and finish the kill there onto Wild Turtle. And that's probably going to be the game. We do see the blue team going ahead, hitting this mid lane. I'm going to wait for the minions, which are already on their way up. And they'll probably be able to close off the game here. And that's what they're doing, yes. They've got Kalista. Has a lot of damage to this tower. Dyrus going to go ahead and try to shove it back. Not going to happen. They're able to kite this too easily. In goes Morgana. But the surrender comes out anyway. Yikes. That was pretty painful, but Jungle Nidalee, guys. Jungle Nidalee. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.